Hi, welcome back. I'm Paul Chartier. Good friend Catherine Lotzer, who I've known for many, many years through different venues and including running. Hazel Teitchen from I'm going to say hospice, but we're going to get into the bridge in a minute. You're here to let people know of something huge going on with formerly hospice, now Bluegrass Care Network.
Bluegrass Care Navigators.
Navigator. Oh, I knew I'd get it wrong. Tell me how this whole thing happened, because it couldn't have happened quickly or easily.
So we are now Bluegrass Care Navigators. Excited about that.
Okay.
We are the same great company, same exceptional care that we've always provided. We just have a new name.
A new name or an expanded mission?
We are still providing lots of services, new services as well. You know, hospice started back in 1978. We were community hospice, and at that time we expanded to other service areas, so we became Hospice of the Bluegrass. After we transitioned to Hospice of the Bluegrass, we have great services and we still provide those today. We have new things to share with the community, including private duty nursing, palliative care, we have grief care, we also still have great hospice care and others, but that kind of led to this great new exciting Bluegrass Care Navigators name.
For anybody that's gone through the preparation for end of life and the end of life, having you all involved is a must. Families don't want to deal with things. They are overwhelmed with the emotion, the grief, of what's about to happen to their loved one. And to have professionals come in and really be the navigators through that entire process, God love you all.
You know, that's really our biggest challenge too, Paul, because what we're finding is that families are waiting too long. People are waiting till last days instead of last months. So our goal, partly with the new name change, is to have people realize we can be on board with services much earlier in that continuum of care. And we really want people to make calls, you know, call us to find out what else we can do for them, what other services might be appropriate for the right service at the right time. And eventually it may be hospice care, but we were trying to get people to think ahead of the need or ahead of the crisis.
With my dad, who passed away 6 months ago, I'm not ready for hospice. I'm not ready for hospice. And the kids can't tell the parent or the loved one, you have to now plug in hospice. It has to start earlier. And my sister and I recognize that it should have started earlier. So what's the discussion? What can you do to make that timeline even earlier?
Well, one thing that can help, just in the big scheme of things, is to have conversations about your wishes much earlier on. If we start those conversations when we're, you know, maybe earlier on in our life and not under a serious illness, we can let our family know what we would like when things change. But now let's say things have changed. So I think what's important is to just be realistic, to have as much of an open conversation about wishes and goals of care. You know, maybe it's you're at a point where you don't want to return to the hospital, you don't want any more interventions. So we need to be able to have those honest conversations, and we can talk about it in ways of goals of care. And that makes us just maybe, you know, kind of explore what is it we want at this time.
Under Bluegrass Care Navigators, we know the hospice component. You mentioned palliative care and some other things. For people that don't know what that is, would you mind sharing with them all the other things that you do well?
Sure. I can go through the service lines, and maybe Catherine can expand on the palliative piece. We have Bluegrass Extra Care, which is private duty in-home nursing support. Or caregiver support. And then we have Bluegrass Transitional Care, which is really a transition program for people to come safely from the hospital to home and try to avoid that rehospitalization.
So people can we want to be clear, people can stay in their home if they want to. People don't have to, I hate to say it, it's inevitable. What is happening, we know the end. You all can interject honor and respect and dignity earlier on. So if they want to stay at home, they can stay at home.
That's our goal.
If they're in the hospital, your second point, if they're in the hospital and they want to finalize their days, at home. They can do that through the transition.
Well, and transition also can support anybody with a chronic illness that's at high risk for rehospitalization. So there's a lot of different interventions that can help support people with whatever challenges they're facing with their illness. And then we have the palliative care, we have the hospice care, and when we have the grief care, which is for anyone who's suffered a loss. But maybe you can explain a little bit about palliative.
Well, I think you have done a great job just kind of giving an overview of the services that we have available. I think with our new brand, I think for our community, we want to be known as a continuum of care for those that are seriously ill. Our services are available to start sooner. The palliative piece is growing. We are always in search of staff to come assist. We always need nurse practitioners and nurses and chaplains and volunteers to come help with our patients. And as you mentioned, when we talk about the length of service, most often we hear from families, we wish we would have called sooner. And we can link them up earlier with the other services that we have available, the palliative, and then sometimes it does transition to hospice, but we can help them navigate and guide them through the complicated healthcare world.
It is very complicated. And when people hear hospice, I think they think of one thing, the very end of life. But what you're sharing is you can do things not just for the terminal, but you can do things for other people as well.
For the seriously ill, that's absolutely right.
Yes.
And they don't even have to know what we might be able to do, they just need to make that call. And we can help them ask a few questions if they call and talk to our experts, and then they can help them find the right piece of service that we can provide.
Hopefully, this kind of dialogue is going to lower the barrier for people to make the phone call.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be made. Let's do it earlier.
Right.
What's your phone number, and do you have a website?
We do. We have both. Our phone number is 855-492-0812, and our website is bluegrasscarenav.org. We also have on our website, which is full of all kinds of information and resources, we have something called Care and Share, which is kind of like a patterned after Facebook, where families can link into that and communicate with each other and get resources and really have sort of a lot more support just right through the website. So it's important to make that call or visit our website.
You mentioned how crazy this world is right now, and insurance is glomming a whole lot of things up, and families may not know, with the emotion going on of the inevitable.
Right. Certainly.
They may not know what insurance can do, what insurance can't do if they've got long-term care.
Right.
Explain to people how friendly hospice is to work with.
Well, I think in terms of the Bluegrass Hospice, under the Bluegrass Care Navigator window, the beauty of hospice is the team support. You have a nurse, you have a social worker, and you have a chaplain. I am thankful each and every day that I have a social worker and a chaplain on my team, as well as the physicians and the pharmacists. It is the nursing assistants. We all work together to answer those questions. Bluegrass Hospice Care is reimbursed through Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance. We are also a nonprofit, so we will provide care for anyone. We're here to help assist the community and assist those seriously ill patients.
With the unknown that families have, they don't know if they need to just give a credit card number and it just starts racking up. I know you're shaking your head, and I know why. Explain why.
Well, first of all, we can help determine how that coverage can take place. But people don't realize that the hospice benefits, it's right inside of Medicare, ready to be activated when the time is right. And then their traditional Medicare continues. So it's not an either or. It's really a gift, I think, that the government actually put in place that really people, and people maybe don't realize all that can come from that benefit.
So what we found was, and I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth or commit you to anything, we found hospice was free. Free.
Right.
Should I say it louder?
You can say it louder.
That hospice is free. So if anybody has a hang up about the inevitable, with it accruing even more expenses, please call hospice, because you're free, and the things that you can do proactively are fantastic.
Yeah, we can provide equipment in the home to help support caregiving needs. We can provide medications, we can provide supplies, the team, all of that. All of that comes right at the right time to help support what's going on, to help the families navigate this time, and to hopefully be able to allow them to have better time with their loved one when we know time is short.
It's been a long time coming. Bluegrass Care Navigators.
Yes, sir.
What do you see the next 6 months and the next year look like compared to maybe what the roadmap was like for hospice?
It's exciting. It's very exciting. We are looking forward to having some adult care services that will be available later this year in Frankfurt. We are looking to partnering with the University of Kentucky and supporting homeless patients that are using the emergency room. We are looking forward to having our grief services available for the community. Our grief counselors are here to assist hospice patients as well, but actually they're available for anyone in the community that has suffered a tragedy or a loss.
Right.
So we are excited for these programs to expand.
There's another new program too, is the Babies Born to Addicted Moms. So we're working with UK on that initiative because, you know, we've got the experts in place that can help navigate some of those specific needs. You know, there's 1,400 babies born to addicted mothers every year in Kentucky. It's a huge problem.
Oh, it's huge. And when the kids grow up and they're already addicted and they've got mental conditions, and I've seen it, it's not good. With the network that you've got going on, how exciting is it for you?
I'm smiling.
This isn't your grandparents' hospice anymore.
It's exciting. You know, I am very proud to have been with the agency for 8 years, just over 8 years, and it is exciting for to grow by leaps and bounds and to see where the next 10 years are going to go. I'm proud to be there, and I can't wait to see what the future entails.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Was this new program developed by the geniuses here in Lexington, or is every hospice in America evolving like you are?
There's probably some that are evolving, but this is unique to our hospice, absolutely. I think it's really quite a trademark of formerly Hospice of the Bluegrass, now Bluegrass Care Navigators, to see themselves as innovators, really recognized across the nation. There's a lot of programming and initiatives that we're putting into place and really rolling out, and more to come. Again, that name allows for more things to build. And I think that I'm really proud as well as Catherine, you know, I think we all are, to be a part of looking at how else we can help support our community.
I can more than sense that you're excited about not just getting a paycheck, but by serving people as you did under hospice, and now even more expansively under Bluegrass Care Navigators. And this is really, it's a game changer.
It is. It's an exciting day that, you know, we have great leadership with great foresight to see what's coming, to know that we can adapt and be significant players and make a difference.
And Hazel and Catherine, I want you to give the website and phone number one more time before we have to leave.
Yes, sir.
The phone number is 855-492-0812, and the website is bgcarenav.org, which is a great resource for all things that explain our services and have that care connection for us. So there's some really a new, fresh look and a very vibrant resourcing.
Thank you very much. We want people to call you. We don't want adult children, when their parents get a cold, to call Bluegrass Care Navigators. We want them, though, when they see things that are going down that path, plug you in. Believe me, I can tell you firsthand experience, the family will be in great hands with professionals like you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks for coming in to do this.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
We'll be right back on Heart of Gold. I'm Paul Chartier.